Hello and welcome to Capacity TV. Today we're joined by Bhavin Shah, who is Regional Director of Europe, Middle East and Africa for TM. Welcome, Bhavin.
Thank you, Alex.
Do you feel selling bandwidth alone is enough for carriers to survive in the current market?
Bandwidth services are the bread and butter business of major telco providers in the telecommunications industry. However, the challenges that we all face is how can we grow and expand our business beyond connectivity. So what we in Telecom Malaysia are now changing the face of telecoms and moving towards a non-connectivity business platform. In TM, recently we have launched an innovation exchange platform which enables and promotes content providers to engage further in the business models. TM is participating in this large ecosystem whereby it is going to assist content providers and developers to harness and innovate new products which will use connectivity but to take it to the next level of business proposition. And one of the things that TM has strategized is due to the advent of internet and smart devices, there is a lot of consumption of data and internet, and this is one of the ways that TM can harness this new innovation and make it into a platform whereby we can go after the general population who are very much entrepreneurial and innovators and make it into a mini Silicon Valley in Malaysia. The other business driver that is helping us to go beyond connectivity is BPO services, which is business process outsourcing. TM has a lot of experience in data center business in domestic Malaysia, and internationally we have a BPO service center in Indonesia as well. And now the focus is to harness on the strengths that we have gained in these markets to go into the growing region of Indochina, Middle East and Africa, and slowly also go into the Latin American side of the business. So these are the new markets that we are targeting, whereby we will sell non-connectivity businesses like human resource outsourcing, back office outsourcing. These two areas will enable TM to go into and harness more business and markets from non-connectivity perspective.
And how do you tailor those services to different market requirements?
Different markets, we have different approaches. We have categorized the markets into two categories. One is the developing markets, the Indochina markets, where the population is a growing population, but the disposable income is low. The demographics are very much 70% of the population is below 30 years old. So there's a lot of users, a lot of infrastructure that needs to be put into these countries. So in these instances, Telecom Malaysia will go in and provide the basic services, which is the connectivity services. We will go in and provide them the IP transit, the IPLCs, and also build cables around the region to service these countries. The other market which also falls into that category is the saturated market, where competition is fierce. These are the markets where TM needs to go in and has now gone in with new models, new product modules. And recently TM has also gone into the mobility side of the business. So now we are aiming to become the first convergent player in Malaysia, providing all the bundle services, as the population in all these developed economies are sophisticated, high level of middle class population who are demanding extra services and are demanding new services. So TM is focusing very much on building new revenues, and this is where we will hope that this innovation exchange platform will bring in some very innovative ideas from the general population, and that will help them grow, the country grow, and by doing that, TM will also expand its revenue base.
So what opportunities do you see in particular in Southeast Asia?
TM is strategically very well located in the ASEAN region. We are the only country where we have 4 cable landing stations, 2 going east of Malaysia, which is towards US and Japan, and 2 going west of Malaysia, which is going towards Singapore, Africa and Europe. So from its strategic position, we are very much focusing on the ASEAN region. We have recently put in more resources in the organization to beef up the ASEAN network, which is an ASEAN-based network. TM sees the growth in this region as one of the instruments for putting in more resources and more focus on these countries. If you look at all the main content providers, they are setting up their bases either in Malaysia or Southeast Asia, like the Googles, the Facebook, and other major providers. They see Southeast Asia as a growing region, and TM wants to be part of this to support these countries grow to the next level. And at the same time, one of the things that TM is really embarking on is working in partnership with all the incumbents in all these growing economies, the Myanmar, Cambodia, Vietnam, which we see as working in partnership will help them grow to the next level. They know their markets very well. TM has the experience of building networks and services in its own country, so we can use that as an experience and help these companies and countries grow forward.
And finally, globally, which markets are next on your radar?
TM is constantly looking at new markets. We go where our enterprises go. We have realized that Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Latin America are the new markets that TM is focusing on at the moment. We have recently set up an office in Australia as well to cater the Australasia business that is generated from Malaysian enterprises. We have recently put up a node in Fujairah, which will hopefully cater for Middle East customers. And we are looking at setting up a node in Africa and in Latin America. One of the growth factors which has become a government policy in various countries is the implementation of high-speed broadband. Major governments have realized that this not only brings in connectivity to the country, but it also increases the GDP. This is what we have seen in Malaysia. We would like to use the experience that we have gained from human resource outsourcing, from back office outsourcing, to enable Middle East African countries who are still very much in the infant stage of implementing these policies, and TM will use the knowledge and expertise to go into these markets, work with the partners in these regions, help develop business for TM and the countries that are involved.
Great. Thank you for joining us today on Capacity TV.
Thank you, Alex. My pleasure.